Om Ajnanatimirandhasya Jnananjanishalaakaya Chakshurunmilitam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. Nama Om Vishnupadaya Krishna Presthaya Bhutale Srimate Bhaktivedanta Swamin Niti Namine. Namaste Saraswate Deve Gauravani Pracharine Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Paschatya Deshatarine. Jaya Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Srivasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda. Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya Narayanam Namaskritya Naram Chaiva Narottamam Devim Saraswatim Vyasam Tato Jayam Udirayet. In this session we'll be discussing the same verses which we were discussing in the previous few sessions. 4 sessions we already completed, discussing these set of verses 25 to 30 of the 16th chapter of the first canto of Srimad Bhagavatam. These are the verses describing the 40 transcendental qualities that are to be found in the Supreme Lord, which Mother Earth is describing to Dharma. So among the qualities of Krishna, one of the qualities described is his responsibility, quality of accepting responsibility. So even in his transcendental pastimes, his different role in his transcendental pastimes, he accepts responsibility and carries out his responsibility very, very wonderfully. So Srila Prabhupada is describing when he is playing the part of a Kshatriya as a son of Maharaj Vasudeva. So then he displayed that Kshatriya quality of being chivalrous. So Srila Prabhupada says, a Kshatriya king has to secure a wife by fighting or kidnapping a princess sometimes. This sort of behavior for a Kshatriya is praiseworthy in the sense that a Kshatriya must show his power of chivalry to his would-be wife so that the daughter of a Kshatriya can see the valor of her would-be husband. A Kshatriya princess, she wants demonstration before she marries another Kshatriya king. She wants to see his power of chivalry, his bravery. Not that he's dressed up and he's having some wealth, but actually in his heart he is actually not having that courage to fight. Kshatriya means he should have the courage to fight to the extent that if required he is willing to give up his life, but he will not give up the fight. Yuddhecha api apalayanam. This is described in the Bhagavad Gita by Krishna in the 18th chapter, in the 43rd verse, describing the qualities of a Kshatriya. A Kshatriya is courageous in battle. He never retreats from a battle. So, in displaying his courage in battle, Krishna, in order to marry some princess, he actually displayed his courage by actually fighting in some cases. So Srila Prabhupada says, even the personality of Godhead Sri Rama displayed such a chivalry, a spirit of chivalry during his marriage. He broke the strongest bow called Haradhanus and achieved the hand of Sita Devi, the mother of all opulence. Lord Rama is a supreme Lord, but he appeared as a son of a Kshatriya, as Dasharatha's son. And when Vishwamitra took Lord Ramachandra, he was a small boy, young prince. Vishwamitra took him to protect his sacrificial arena. Dasharatha initially was hesitant, but when Vishwamitra explained to Dasharatha, your son is no ordinary person, he is the Supreme Lord incarnated. as your son. So don't have any doubts whether your son can give protection to my sacrificial arena. Anyway, Dasharatha agreed, finally sent Rama and Lakshmana. So Rama and Lakshmana, young princes, but they fought 14,000 Rakshasa associates of Ravana who were disturbing the sacrificial arena of Vishwamitra Rishi and other saintly persons. So Rama killed all of them and delivered all the 14,000 Rakshasas. So that's only possible for the Supreme Personality of Godhead. But he displayed that chivalry. And when Sita Swayamvara, Janaka had declared that whichever king wants to marry my daughter, beautiful daughter, the mother of all opulence, Sita Devi, Lakshmi Ji, then they have to actually break one very, very, very heavy bow, Haradhanu, the bow of Lord Shiva. 300 men had to carry it to bring it to the place where the competition was to take place. And single-handedly, of course, Lord Rama lifted it. Not only lifted it as a heavy bow, but he also broke that strongest bow easily, very effortlessly he broke it. So he actually demonstrated his strength as a powerful Kshatriya. Lord Krishna also, he had to fight like a chivalrous Kshatriya to secure a wife. Just like Rukmini, it was scheduled, Rukmini was scheduled to marry someone else, Shishupala, against her wish and against her father's wish also. Her elder brother decided to marry Rukmini to Shishupala. And Rukmini wanted to marry Krishna because she is a devotee of Krishna. So she sent a secret letter to Krishna, kindly rescue me. Krishna came to rescue, and he had to fight against the army of Shishupala. And he fought very bravely and kidnapped Rukmini and brought her safely to Dwaraka. So, like that, he had to secure so many different wives. A Kshatriya generally marries more than one wife. So, Krishna, as part of his Leela, he married 16,108 princesses. Among them, 16,100 princesses were all held captive by one Bhaumasura. So Krishna fought against Bhaumasura and rescued these princesses. So like that, he displayed full responsibility in every action of his different transcendental pastimes. He is not irresponsible at any time. And of course, he is all perfect. Krishna is the Supreme Lord, is all perfect. But he demonstrates that also. Not simply by way of proclaiming or claiming by words, I am the greatest, or I am the Supreme, or I am the Lord of everything. Aham sarvasya prabhavo. Sarva loka maheshwaram, Krishna declares in Bhagavad Gita. I am the Lord of all the planets and the entire creation. So when he declares that, he also proves it. When he displayed his universal form, he proved it. When he fought against all the demons, he proved it. When he accepted the challenge of different Kshatriyas and defeated them, he proved his supremacy. Like that. Then there is one more quality called knowledge, the 14th quality called knowledge. It can be analyzed under 5 subheadings. So the first one is intelligence. Second subheading of knowledge is gratefulness. Third one is power of understanding the circumstantial environments of place, object and time. And fourth one is perfect knowledge of everything in this world. And the fifth one, the last one, under the 5 subheadings, the fifth one is knowledge of the self. Is the most confidential knowledge actually. We all look like we are some material body, product of matter, material body. And we think that way also. I am this body. But actually we are not the body. We are not material by nature. We are spiritual. We are spirit soul. So, this knowledge of the self, the real I, a spirit soul, this knowledge is the most confidential knowledge. It's called Brahma Vidya, Atma Vidya, Adhyatma Vidya. Different names are the same thing, knowledge of the self. So these 5 subheadings Prabhupada explains briefly. Regarding gratitude, Prabhupada says, only fools are ungrateful to their benefactors. What does it mean? If I take some benefit from somebody, I should be grateful to that person who's offering me some benefit. That's the least I can do after receiving some benediction. I should at least be grateful. So, now the Supreme Lord's position is that He does not require any benefit from anyone, because He is completely full in Himself. Atma Rama, He is self-satisfied, because He is the owner of every resource. He is the supreme proprietor of everything and everyone. So what is the need for Him? Where is the need for Him of anything? So there is no question of the Lord being in want. But still, when His pure devotees render Him service, He feels benefited by their pure devotional service. And therefore, He feels grateful to His devotees for their unsophisticated, unconditional service, and tries to reciprocate that service of the devotees by Himself rendering service to the devotee. Although the devotee does not expect anything in return from the Lord. See how pure devotees, they serve Krishna out of love for Him and they don't want anything in return. Krishna accepts the service and He wants to repay His devotees, and therefore He renders service to Him, though the devotees don't want any service. Anyway, He is the only maintainer of everyone. Still, Krishna feels a sense of gratitude for His devotees rendering Him service. Now, regarding the Lord being all-knowing, one of the subheadings of knowledge was that gratefulness, and another subheading was perfect knowledge of everything. Perfect knowledge of everything. So regarding that, Srila Prabhupada explains here, the Vedas says Sarvam Khalvidam Brahma. That means the Lord is all pervading, present everywhere by the omnipresent rays of His effulgence called Brahma Jyoti. There is a Brahma Jyoti, that is effulgence of the Lord, that spread everywhere in the entire creation. And because He is present everywhere, He is also all-knowing. He knows everything. Simply because He is conscious. He is conscious being. So since He is conscious and He is present everywhere, He knows everything. So that is the way it is explained. He is all-knowing, by Srila Prabhupada. So we'll stop here. Thank you very much. Hare Krishna.